Satnam, everyone. Hello. I'm so excited to share this beautiful meditation. We're going to be starting on the new moon solar eclipse. So there's a powerful cosmic force right around now that will kind of create a beautiful momentum for us. What is this all about? If you've never done a 40-day sadhana before, again, the word sadhana means daily practice. And if you've never done one before, here's a little bit of the rules, although there's no right or wrong about this really. It's about your personal journey, your personal experience with it, and what you want to get out of it. You do it every day for 40 days because it takes 40 days to break old demoting habit patterns and introduce a new one. So we are, in a sense, together introducing a healthy pattern, a healthy new promoting meditation and pranayama into our lives, and mantra. So we're getting all of it in this one meditation together. And you ideally do it at the same time every day. However, if your schedule isn't quite consistent like that, maybe you do one day in the morning, the next day when the sun's setting. It is important to get it in there within that 24-hour period, because then you're really creating a nice groove in the brain. You're really setting a new pattern for yourself there. So that's the idea behind it, is to do it once in a 24-hour period, ideally the same time every day. Personally, ideally in the morning. But if you can't squeeze it in the morning, again, another really beautiful time to do it is right before the sun is setting. These are called the Amrit Vela, or the ambrosial hours, which are 2.5 hours before the sun rises and 2.5 hours before the sun sets. If you choose to have an accountability partner, when you're finished with the meditation, you just either text or email your partner, done, day, whatever it is. And it's a great way to keep track and you can have fun with it, send each other like reminders and encouragement. If you miss a day, you start over. And I just want to share that when I first started doing these sadhanas, I totally missed days. I was on day 30 something and I missed a day. And this is about you and your word. So if you miss a day, and you really just don't feel like starting over, that's your choice. I mean, I really can't stress that enough, that this is your journey. This is what you want to get out of it. I will say this: when I've missed the day and I had to start all over from day 1 to 40, I benefited so much more even than if I had done the straight 40 days. So I was doing the meditation for even longer, and my teacher even said that with me. He shared, "Oh, good, you get to do it even longer." So we switch in our mind from it being like a chore or something you have to do to something that benefits you and you want to do it, and you're seeing the difference it makes in your life, and you look forward to it. Hopefully that this is what we'll do. And I'm not saying that you're going to not resist it. I mean, likely there will be days where you're going to not want to do it, or you're going to want to rebel, or there's this part of you that just goes, we all have those days. And that's also a part of it, because you're really strengthening yourself. You're strengthening your commitment by doing this every day. At the same time, like I said, it's a recipe for having guilt and all sorts of other feelings towards yourself if you keep missing days. So I really want to put this out there as a little sentiment of love and encouragement that, you're doing great. You're doing great. You're trying. You're doing your personal best. And that's really all this is about. Okay. What we're doing. Now, I want to share with you that when I originally planned out this 40-day sadhana on the solar eclipse, yada, yada, I had a totally different meditation in mind for us. And it's a wonderful meditation, but as we approached this time frame, it became clear it wasn't the right meditation for it. And I also even had a dream intercept. Spirit came through in dream and was just like, nope, you're doing something different. You need to focus on the lower chakras for this first meditation. In particular, I was shown the color orange, all about the second chakra for creativity and opening the flow of life and opening the waters of life. And the energy of the second chakra, which is your reproductive organs right below the navel point and above the root of the base of the spine. You can go ahead and place your hands there. This is an area that needs tremendous amount of love and attention. And it's also an area where we can get stuck, a lot of stuck energy here because of the way we've been conditioned by society, because of the stuff our parents handed down to us, a lot of shame, guilt, that type of energy gets stuck right in the creative zone here. And so I was really grateful that we were intercepted in time and that we're going to give this area some love. And we're also going to combine, we're going to connect, I should say, this second chakra energy with the energy of the throat. Both the second chakra and the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, are very, very potent energy centers for creation, for creativity. And that is what we're going to be focusing on, is creativity, your personal creativity and this group creativity. And I just want to preface this with, it doesn't mean necessarily something crafty or artsy, so to speak, because we wake up in the morning, whatever we're choosing, that moment we wake up until the moment we go back to sleep is a creative act. All of our movements, all of our actions, all of our cycles, all of our words, all of our thoughts, that's all creative energy. And so whether you are an artist or a painter or a singer, what have you, or whether you have a tech job, or, you know, something that you might say, oh, it's not a creative job. I invite you to look at that differently. I invite you to look at whatever you do in your life as a creative act. And the title of this meditation is called Karni Kriya. The nickname for it is creativity Kriya. Karni means creativity. And if you look at the root of the word Karni, you'll see the word kar. And kar is a cycle of action, is the verb to do or to make. And you'll see that root in the word karma, which we're very familiar with that word. And again, it's that cycle of action. Whatever we're putting out there as a cycle of action will be returned. And what I like to think, and the intention that I'm setting for this particular meditation, Creativity Kriya, is that we are aligning with our soul's creative expression, the infinite within us, and then setting it in motion, putting it out into the world, in our home environment, with our relations, with the relationship we have towards ourself, and a creative project, or a new business, a new career, what have you. It's about aligning. It's about aligning your creativity so that, the cycles of action that you are putting out and putting forward have a good return, so to speak. Bring in goodness, bring in reward and resources. So I want to share with you what Yogi Bhajan shared when he originally taught this Kriya. He taught it in 1979. And he talked about the importance of discipline in our creativity. Some of us, I'm willing to bet that a lot of us are already extremely creative people. And so if that is you, you'll probably find like you have to hone in your creativity. You might have 10 plates spinning otherwise. So in setting an intention for these 40 days together in what you want to create, what you want to bring forward, what you want to see manifest. Get specific. Get specific and get focused. Because 40 days will be over like that. And we don't want to be too scattered with our energy. So here's what he shared, that the discipline when we're creating is extremely important. To have discipline not only in this daily practice, but in our focus, what we spend our time doing. And he said, human difficulties arise, but can be eliminated once you have established a harmony between your conscious mind, what your conscious mind chooses to do and what your conscious mind chooses to pay attention to and create, and your subconscious mind. So what's going on underneath, that's where our belief systems are. And that is, he shared, when we harmonize those two, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, it creates a link with the total supreme consciousness, God, spirit, what have you. And he said this harmony between the conscious and subconscious is a gateway to the infinite. And that is the spirit, that is the essence that we're talking about with this creativity Kriya. To link consciously, subconsciously, meaning your belief systems, with the spirit of the infinite one within you. And then it becomes like everything you create, every word you utter, everything in your environment is touched by spirit, is aligned. Okay. Here's another suggestion or idea. If you want to, we're committing to this daily sadhana, this meditation. Why not coincide it with committing to spending X amount of time every day on a creative project you want to see really blossom at this time? So if you're working on, beading earrings or writing songs or lifting up a career off the ground, or, maybe you have a creative project at work or some sort of software. I mean, you get the idea. Making sure that you're focused, and maybe you even want to set a goal for yourself of how much time you want to spend on it in a day, and making that a daily sadhana as well. Okay, so how do we do this? We're going to be using breath and a mudra and mental mantra. I'm going to go out on a limb and say mental mantra is as powerful, if not more powerful, than verbalized mantra. Because when we're mentally pulsing, think of it like you're pulsing into the cosmos and you're pulsing inwardly, you're creating a very intimate connection to source energy, a link between the conscious, subconscious, and God. So this silent mantra is very powerful. And when Yogi Bhajan originally taught it, he said you could choose any mantra you want. And so I put this out there to you as well. You can use any mantra you want. And I had another dream that shared that a particular mantra as a group would be very, very, very beneficial at this time. And it is a prosperity mantra. So not only are we going to get our creative juices flowing in our life, but we're also going to bring in prosperity as a result of the cycles of action we're putting forward. And this is an Ashtang mantra, meaning it has 8 words to it. And these words, as you'll see in the written description, are all ways to describe the infinite one, all words to describe spirit. And we have all of these qualities within us. So it's a very beautiful mantra. And Again, if you choose, if there's a particular mantra that you've been jiving with lately and you want to just keep with that, then chant that. But I offer this guided meditation track that my husband and I made as a gift, as a way to not only align with the timing of the breath and everything, but as a way to mentally chant along with us. Okay, so when you're doing this on your own, you're going to chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. That's really important because you're tuned in. You're tuned in, you're protected, you've created the link between yourself and the teachings, especially because you're not going to have a teacher in front of you, so to speak. So you chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times, and then you begin. Now, you might be in a time crunch and 11 minutes might not be enough. You don't have that time. What I suggest is doing it 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or maybe just building your way up to the 11-minute mark. I think that's way better than skipping, because at least you're still getting that groove going in your mind, that habituation going in your mind every day within those 24 hours. Okay, next is, I'll share with you the breath, okay? So you'll hear in the guide track, there's an exhale. It starts with this exhale. You want to just clear out the breath. Your navel draws in. And then it's one powerful breath through the nostrils. We hold the breath in, and you're going to mentally chant the Gobinde Mukande along with me. And you'll hear that it goes through the mantra twice. Then once the mantra is done, chanted twice, it's a very slow, in fact, I think it's 12 seconds, you're going to exhale out the nose. Very smooth, slow, deliberate. Eke out the breath. Your navel will draw in, okay? And then it's a big, powerful breath in through the nose again. Hold the breath, mentally chant the mantra, and then when you're complete, slow 12-second breath out. Okay, so there's no mouth breathing. It's just in through the nose, out through the nose. But the difference between the inhale and the exhale is very distinct. Quick breath, it's quick, strong breath in, hold it, smooth, slow breath out. Okay, last but not least, the mudra. You're going to take the peace sign fingers. So the ring and the pinkie are held down by the thumb, and the index finger, middle finger straight, palms face down in front of the chin. You're going to have the elbows parallel to floor, and then you're going to connect the index finger and the middle finger touch. Straight fingers, okay? Keep your spine tall, your heart lifted, your shoulders relaxed. And lastly, your eyes are open, which is rare. We don't often find meditations with eyes open. However, it's really powerful. It can create a very powerful self-hypnosis or self-healing. And what I do suggest when we're meditating with the eyes open is to not focus on anything in particular. Like, you just kind of go peripheral with your vision, and it just looks like a big canvas in front of you. So you get into that zone, like you're just spaced out. It's totally what it is. It's like open-eyed meditation. You kind of just space out, okay? So just to go over it with you, again, it's deep breath in through the nose, hold it while you're mentally chanting, and then slow, smooth exhale out, and repeat over and over for 11 minutes. Okay, I think that I've covered everything. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Have fun with this. Again, let's toss guilt out the window. If we miss a day, we do a little happy dance. We get to do it again. Maybe, set a very distinct intention for this and enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Satnam. Thank you so much, everyone.